Hello there. Overwriting a file. Can you? Hey there. Before we get started, I want to thank you for viewing this video and be sure to check out all other how-to videos from this channel. And don't forget to subscribe and share. It will be helpful. Also, go ahead and leave comments below. Overwriting a file. Well, actually, you cannot really overwrite a file. The computer does not allow that. You see, each file on the computer has attributes, different attributes. Read only, write only, overwrite allow, things like that. Those are attributes on a file itself. So what we need to do is, if the same file name exists, we want to first delete it, remove it, trash it, then copy that same file name into it. And that's how copy and paste works. So there is no requirement for this task. And the benefit of having this task or code in our project is to prevent error. All right, let's open up Microsoft Access and begin coding. So let's open up our Access. Type in Access, hit enter, let's create a new blank database, and let's go to our usual folder, Access folder. Here we are going to create a new folder called, how about overwrite file. Make it nice and simple. Let's pop in there. Same here, we're going to change that name to overwrite file. Alright, and we're not interested in database just yet. And a full list of projects I have for you for database coming up. But right now, we're just going to get the essential tasks done first. These are essential in programming. And so anyways, all right, let's go to let's do the continuation of yesterday's project. Yesterday we did the resize image. So resize image yesterday. Let's where were we? Oh, my bad there. It's right here. Resize image. I'm going to open this guy up and gonna grab that code right here, both of these guys. So let's pop in here and Control A, and this one is general function. So we're gonna go back to our newly created project. Here we're gonna go into the module, highlight that, paste that in there, and general function. We're gonna Control S and save that. Done for that part. And we're gonna go back and grab all the what was it, yeah, the image size constants that we did yesterday. So double click on that and Control A, highlight, Control C, copy, and pop back to this guy, and let's right click on this module. It says insert module, and then highlight, Control A, Control V, rename this guy to image size. Alright, that's it. Control S and save. So what else did we do yesterday? We got a test screen right here. Okay, so yeah. So let's see what the I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is that is an upload image. I'm gonna see that there are only 2 lines there. So I'll go ahead and grab these 2 guys. Actually, yep, right there. As a matter of fact, I can go ahead and grab it the entire subroutine and go back to all newly created. So we're gonna go ahead and pop the button here and name that guy the same way if you want. Upload image, and then this guy will be CMD upload image, and then the click event, and then we're just going to highlight that guy. See there? Alright, save that guy to test screen, and that's how you move a code from one place to another. So now we're going to close our yesterday's test project or task. Now we're left with the newly created database. Okay, so we know that we can resize our image here. Let's go into code and refresh your memory. That is a new path, new location is in our source root, meaning it's going to be not there. That was yesterday. Overwrite file. It's going to be coming in here. All right, and then and we did the resizing yesterday. Now, if you did not see the video that I did yesterday called image resize, or my bad, resize image, be sure to look back into the video. You're gonna learn a lot from there. It's about an hour long, but what you get is worth, is priceless as far as being a good programmer. So be sure to look into that video. But this is an extension. The problem that I left out intentionally was to create this task or this project separately, and that way you can go back and plug it in. All right, so let's run this and make sure it works the same way that it did yesterday. Okay, it did not. You know why there, right? Okay, so yesterday, so this is part of knowing what you are doing. So yesterday, the requirements was 3 things, all right, that we need. There were 3 requirements. One is scripting. Yeah, so coding. If you work with the programming language a lot, you're gonna start recognizing all this error, and then that is being, that's part of being a good programmer, is to recognize what we need. But let's call scripting runtime. It should be up here, Microsoft Word Scripting, right there, scripting library or runtime there. And then we also need Microsoft Access Object Library. So not Access, Microsoft Office. Let's scroll up a little bit here. We're gonna start seeing Microsoft Office right there. there's another one that we need is the Microsoft Image acquisition. All right. So no, Microsoft Windows. Okay, it's down here somewhere, right there. So this is a part of having done a lot of stuff, and you start recognizing when there's a ding to you or error. So there you go. Let's save that, and let's relaunch this, and that should allow us to. There you go. So this is the Windows Office Object Library, and if you work with Windows, all right. For example, the Word document, the Excel. When you open a file, this window, all right, we can actually use that feature. All right. So see how I put this guy? Please select an image or default it to this extension. If you want to know that, please look back at the Resize Image yesterday. So now we're going to go back to my handsome picture. All right, check folder, photo, and oh, look at this. Oh, this is way back. Whoa, 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 this is way back. Okay, we're going to do this guy. Who's that handsome guy? We're going to click on this, and it's saved. And it should save in our folder. You see there? Let me put that view into, how about large? There. So now, and it resized to 400 like we did. So if you want to see how this guy was resized, please go back and look at the code just yesterday, right there, image resize. See how I created this and how I put all this together. Anyways, right here's a problem. I'm going to do the same thing, and to show you there's a problem here, okay, which I omitted yesterday intentionally because I want to make this very quick video so that you can learn. So we're gonna open this same video, same photo. You see this right here, image 0109. If you come back here, image 0109. Well, you can really overwrite this file. Let's check this out. There. So I left that out intentionally because you cannot overwrite a file or copy a file from one place to another if it already exists. That's the problem. All right, it doesn't allow, the computer doesn't do that. Not ever. Not even back in 1984, 85 when I started working with DOS. This didn't happen. What we did was we removed the file, delete, trash it, or whatever, and then put this guy in a new place. Oh, by the way, when you delete a file from your computer, you don't really delete that. There's an attribute marked as hide, and it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so when you delete a file from your computer and you think you deleted it, nah, it's somewhere on there. It's hidden. All right, and it just, yeah. Anyways, and that's how we recover all lost or deleted files. Anyways, that's enough with that. Let's go on with our test. Like I said, I want to make this fast and swift. And let's close that guy up for now. Let's get back to our code. So, right here on the copy and resize right here, you see, before we save, right there, before we save, we want to delete that guy. Well, the problem is, actually, let's do this. So we can do this. We can do kill. We can do kill. destination path. You see this? Oopsie. Okay. It needs something there. All right, let's try that one again. Okay, that guy is from that place. That's how that worked. You see there? So it just copied that one in there. All right, so that did it. Now that did it. It killed, meaning it deleted before it saved. So to prove to you that it deleted, I just comment that out. And obviously it's going to be empty now. And you know what? This file copy I did yesterday, because we're using this for our image file. We don't need that. I'm going to take that out so that it's not cluttered. So I'm not going to save. I'm just going to say, hey, kill that one, meaning delete that one. All right, let's go back in here. Select that guy. Guess what? It's gone. You see there? And that's how you overwrite a file. You actually take the thing away, trash it, delete it, mark it hidden, whatever the computer does. All right, and save. Now here's the problem. If you just did that, this time around, if we did this time around, it's going to try to delete this guy. But there's a problem. It doesn't exist. How do you want to delete it? All right. So let's try again. Check this one out. It's going to say, eh. There you go. So how can you delete something that doesn't exist? So that is the problem. And I will show you how to resolve this problem. All right, let's end that because we know that's gonna error out. So what we need to do here, we want to do. So I'm gonna add this guy just to be. Now you don't have to do this. You can put this one in the same module. All right, I'm gonna add new module. I'm thinking I want to call this one file function. By having these different modules and name, it's easy for, like we code in C#, we put in different files, different objects that are related, and that way we can look back and say, oh, okay, that's in that has to do with the file, that has to do with the image. Now this Resize Image, in my other program, I call it image manipulation. So that way I can refer back to the module that I work with. So in this case, we're going to call it file function. And what we want, all right, actually, what we want is we need a function called file exists with the file path as a string, and make this one as a boolean. And you know what, we don't want that file to be manipulated, so we put by value. Now by default the file is marked as by reference, meaning that file name can be altered, but as soon as it comes in here, we don't want it to change. Okay, so now what we want is we want a file name as string, let's see, and then we'll call this file name equals directory. Now if you notice, I put the open parentheses here. Give me that path and the attributes. Well, we're not worrying about the attributes for now. We just want to get the file name out. Okay, so let's put the file name in there, as file path. All right, that's a file name. Now, if anything exists in there, if anything exists in that file name, meaning if there is anything, so we can get a link of this guy. Is greater than 0. Then we want file exists equals true. That's it. Now by default, this guy, that variable or file name, function name, by default, as soon as you come in here, that guy is false. All right, always false when as soon as you come into to this function. But then we say, hey, if you exist, make you a yes. Make you a yes. All right. So let's Control S, save. Ding. Now let's get back to our general function. And here we can say if what do we call file function, there you go, then, and I'm going to copy this guy, put in there. All right, so we know that first round is saved and I can find the file to delete, right? Well, this time it's going to say, hey, go check if that file exists and kill it. All right, you can do this way. So now, oops. So now let's go back in here. Let's do that same thing. It didn't work this time because we say, hey, if this file exists, do this. Otherwise, if it doesn't exist, don't do this. That's what it is. All right. Now, that is okay. I like that too. But what I prefer to do, I think I'm kind of thinking out loud right now. What I prefer to do is to make this to make a sub routine, say delete file, and then I'm going to pass in this guy. You see, I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to make this guy private, so that is only exposes in this module only. So now I can do this, and I'm going to show you the reason. I'm going to explain to you why I want to do this way. All right. So I can say, now take this guy out, of course, and file path, there. So then I can come in here and say, let's say file call file function delete. See there, the other guy didn't exist no longer. All right, destination path, I'm gonna put that one in there, delete the file right here. Oops, what did I do? There, try that one again, make sure that it's correct. Control S and save. But you see how I did it here? Regardless if it exists or not, we don't care. It's going to do its job in that file function. So now this guy is exposed and this guy is marked private. You cannot see that. But what you can say, hey, delete this guy. I don't care if it exists or not, it's gonna check it in here anyways. So that's what we want to do. Is say, hey, delete it first, regardless if it exists or not. But in that file, in that function, it's going to check, you see. So what was I? Okay, so now we can try to delete this guy. So it's going to look in there. If it exists, it's going to delete. If it's not going to delete. Let's check this out. There you go. And that is probably better as far as this resizing image is concerned. All right. And instead of doing a bunch of stuff in here, you don't want to clutter all this in this function. As a matter of fact, any subroutine or function, if you keep it so small, it's easier to understand, to read out. You don't want like a mumbo jumbo. Now I understand that this resize image right here just long, but actually the reason why it's long is because we have different cases here. But in actuality, there's only this bit of information in this subroutine. You see there? So keep in mind when you code, you don't want your function or your subroutine to be lengthy. That's not what good programmers do. They're trying to keep stuff really small. And yeah. Anyways, and that's that lesson for today. So now we can do the same thing, and it's just going to not bark at you and no longer bark at you. You can do the same image over and over. It doesn't care. You can now, whether it exists or not, for example, delete that guy. See there? And that's called bug-free programming. All right, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it's going to be a short one. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell. And also comment below, and if you need help, inbox me. Thanks again.